going to talk about the stomach. A lot of people have problems with their stomach. They'll talk about heartburn, indigestion, gas. Sometimes this can be due to, as we age, we can reduce the hydrochloric acid content of the stomach. But oftentimes there's another contributing factor that a lot of people aren't aware of. And especially in a younger person, they should never experience heartburn. We have Kelsey up here today because you've had some symptoms lately, correct?
Yes, I've had a little bit of heartburn pretty consistently over the last few days.
And knows how to do this, but sometimes doesn't always think about it at the moment, right? Because we're busy in life. So we want to make sure we ingrain this. There are some daily habits that you can do. You can eat Mexican food one day, and the next day those peppers give you a hard time. You may very well have a hiatal hernia. Sounds terrible, doesn't it? Does not take surgery. It actually is a simple adjustment that chiropractors do. We're going to teach you how to do that today here. And you can do it at home and help a family member. So what happens in the anatomy, we have, of course, after you eat, food travels down the esophagus, and it comes to a sphincter right here at the top of the stomach that opens and closes. And this is oftentimes if skin gets caught from the stomach and comes up into this lining, it can actually trap this open, and you can get that acid reflux back up into the esophagus. Or you can allow gases to escape, because you haven't closed off the opening to the stomach where it's doing all of this digestion. That's called a hiatal hernia. The stomach then rolls to the left and comes down underneath this rib cage. Now, there are several ways to do this. You can certainly do it with fingers, but we're going to show you how to do this with a tennis ball. You can use an apple, an orange, a small orange at home works. What you want to be careful of, the only thing to be aware of is right at the bottom of the sternum is a small bone called the xiphoid process. And so this is why I don't recommend, if you're just learning how to do it with a thumb, because if you put too much pressure on that, you can actually cause pain for someone by pushing on the xiphoid process. So we're going to use instead a racquetball that we have here. And I'm going to have Kelsey stand against the wall. Oh, let's show you first that we know how to test for this. So I'm going to go ahead and have her hold her arms strong. I'm going to come put my fingers here at the top of this, and she goes out, which tells me that there's an imbalance here. So we can now test this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead now. This is easier to do if she were lying down on a bed or on a massage table, but we can do it here by having her lean against the wall. I'm going to go ahead and push in with this ball. I'm going to have her take a deep breath in and exhale, and as she exhales, I'm going to push in a little harder and do it again and exhale, and then I'm simply going to roll that along underneath her rib cage and out to the stomach. Okay, and now let's test her. So we're going to hold this up. I'm going to come, push here, nice and strong. And that's as simple as it takes. Great little trick for balancing the stomach. No more heartburn today. We can go out for a spicy meal. Do this at home. Find a friend with stomach issues. You can be a lifesaver.